Hi, folks. Again, this is George Papadopoulos, Berkshire Hathaway. We are at 431 West Main Street, Avon, Mass. Smoke inspection today. Guy showed up, just like I said in the other video. Everybody has their own opinion. He wanted a smoke detector a certain place, which is really not the code to put there, but he wanted it there. I put it there. Told him, wait 2 minutes. You told me you don't want that smoke detector there. I'll just take it off and put it over there. He's like, no, I'll be back in half an hour. Okay, I'm stuck here now for like over an hour. But yeah, we'll pass the smoke inspection today. And going back to smoke inspection, it's a good thing that when somebody buys a house, they walk in, they know it's safe, smoke inspection and so forth. But people think it's a mandatory thing. I could tell you about 10 houses in the past 10 years, cash, auctions, abandoned, you name it. I didn't need a smoke inspection in order to buy it or even to insure it. So the fact that people think it's a mandatory thing, yeah, it's on the P&S that you got to get a smoke carbon monoxide certificate. But it's not a mandatory thing. In a lot of states as well, it's not mandatory. In order to sell a house, you need a certificate. What is mandatory is you need a Title V septic system certificate in order to get the loan. That is mandatory, or else the bank will not going to give you the loan. But if you're buying in cash, don't need that either. So I'm still waiting here. And again, this house was listed for $400,000. I had 63 confirmed signed in buyers. 200 plus people came by. Went smooth, no problems. People waited, social distance, the masks, the Purells. I had everything going on. Sold fast, sold in one day. Got $50,000 over ask for my seller, which is psyched. So this is probably going to be last video here because I'm heading back to Florida on Tuesday. So again, came up here for 3 weeks, closed on one house, did an open house, sold another house. I have an open house in Marina Bay this Friday, tomorrow, for a couple hours before I leave, see what happens. Again, houses, the suburbs are on fire, low supply, high demand. But the prices reflect also the market, meaning things that are 4, 5, 600,000 are selling fast. It has to be in pretty decent shape too, not like, a rundown home and they want 500,000. People are still looking for the right thing. They're not just buying anything. But again, the price is relevant to the neighborhood. In Weston, somebody put a house for 2.5, sold in one day for 2.9. They weren't expecting it. They thought, they fished. They said, let's see what we could get for our house. The market's hot. They actually got above ask. They were super happy. They walked out. Now they're trying to find a place to live. Good luck. Because there's no supply to buy. They don't want to buy because things are high. They want to rent. And they're not comfortable renting in buildings, looking for houses or townhouses. They did come to me in Marina Bay and looked at my place, but it was a little bit too far from their work. Long story short, the Marina Bay house, I fished too. I had it over $1 million. What's selling over there and what's on the market, it's definitely worth $1 million. But I do foresee the crash coming, and I'm just gearing up, putting cash on the side, and getting ready to buy stuff when it hits rock bottom, because Main Street versus Wall Street, it's a big difference. Main Street's suffering right now. Money's tight. There's no stimulus packages. People are locking their money into the stock market. It doesn't circulate out again. It just stays in there and just whatever happens. And they're putting more money in the stock market. So they're taking money out of the Main Street market, meaning, your plumber, your pizza guy, your restaurant, and putting it on digital paper, you could say. So we will get a recession. The cities are going to suffer the most. The suburbs will stay strong. But eventually places like Naples, Florida, where it's a second home ownership, people that lost their jobs in the Northeast, people that their businesses closed, people that they're not doing well, are going to sell their second homes, and they have been selling their second homes, and they've been selling. Because there's other people that have the money, want to get out of New York City, want to get out of Boston. Why get locked up and stay in COVID, blah, 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 when I could be in Florida, in my home, in my lanai, in my backyard, or on the beach, nice weather, and not have to suffer, and I could work from home, because most people are working from home now. So we are seeing a hot market in Naples, a lot of people moving there. Out of all the cities in America, it's probably one of the very few cities that everything is open. I mean, everything. Bars, clubs, restaurant, 100% capacity, no masks required. So we'll see a little bit of correction there, because eventually those people that are buying those second homes from the people that are selling them are not even. There's more people going to be selling, less people are going to be buying at the end. And then that's going to see again another correction and a little bit of a mild crash in Naples. Not a big one like it's going to be in Manhattan or Boston. South Beach, Miami is really, really bad. It looks run down. It looks like Baltimore, Detroit. That type of, it's run down now. Everything's closed. Sidewalks are dirty. Homeless people everywhere. You're literally walking on the streets and it smells like piss. So South Beach, they're saying it may not recover for a very long time. So a little bit, what's going on in the world and living in tough times. I'm fortunate, I have clients. They call me. I come up here. I sell the houses, go back to Florida. Again, they say in the business, if you list, you last. And I'm always listing. So I'm always like 90% of listing. And the people that sell come back and buy with me. Like this client over here is going to buy a house in Florida, actually. So I'm going to go find him a house there in the next couple of months. So that's where we are. Just waiting on this guy to show up again, do a smoke inspection. Could have taken 2 minutes. He says, I'll be back in half an hour. I've been doing this for 47 years. I got to inspect it. I go, what about if I take a picture or a video? No, I got to come back. I'm like, all right, come back. So here we are. Again, this one kind of smooth. Appraisal on Friday. It is going to appraise for $450. And as soon as it appraises for $450, game over. We're closing December 13th. And that's it. Till next time. George out.